Thanks to pop culture and Shakespeare, a lot of people think that Julius Caesar single-handedly destroyed the Roman Republic when he crossed the Rubicon and declared himself dictator for life. In reality, the Republic had already been a rotting corpse for decades by the time Caesar arrived. To see how the system actually functioned at its peak, we have to look at the true engine of Roman society, the middle-class citizen farmer. For centuries, these citizens left their privately owned land to fight wars out of civic duty, and then returned home to harvest their crops. Rome's military strength and political stability relied on maintaining this thriving, landowning middle class. The breakdown of that balance started when Rome defeated Carthage in the Punic Wars. Rome became the undisputed master of the Mediterranean, triggering a flood of foreign wealth and hundreds of thousands of enslaved people into the Italian peninsula. This incredible military and financial triumph introduced the exact economic poison that would slowly kill the Republic. The ultra-wealthy Roman elites used this sudden influx of free slave labor to buy up surrounding lands and build sprawling mega-farms. The average middle-class Roman farmer simply could not compete. They lost their family farms, triggering mass bankruptcies across the countryside. Without land or income, these displaced citizens were forced to move into the crowded city of Rome to look for work. This created a massive demographic shift, resulting in a heavily impoverished urban lower class living in the shadow of estates that now controlled nearly all of Italy's productive land. This extreme wealth inequality broke the social contract that had held the Republic together for 5 centuries. This economic collapse immediately bled into the military. Historically, strict Roman law dictated that you had to own land to serve in the army. Because the middle class had been pushed off their land by megafarms, Rome faced a catastrophic manpower shortage in its armies. To fix this, a general named Gaius Marius proposed a radical solution. He changed the law to allow poor, landless citizens to join the military. To recruit these men, Marius introduced new incentives. He promised soldiers a share of war loot and a retirement package of land, paid out directly from his own conquests. While this solved the immediate manpower shortage, it created a profound systemic conflict of interest. Suddenly, soldiers were no longer fighting out of a civic duty to the Roman state. Their loyalty shifted, transferring to the specific generals writing their paychecks. The existence of these newly privatized armies transformed political competition, effectively turning generals into rival warlords. The Gracchi brothers were assassinated by wealthy elites simply because they tried to pass land reform laws to help the poor. A generation before Caesar, a general named Sulla escalated this violence by marching his private army directly into the city of Rome to slaughter his rivals. Sulla then declared himself dictator. Raw violence, not the law, was now the supreme political power in Rome. Julius Caesar represents the final, inevitable product of this century-long systemic decay. Caesar followed the playbooks of Marius and Sulla, executing their strategies with unprecedented success. The result was the official death of the 500-year-old republic, replaced by an autocratic dictatorship. Caesar delivered the final blow, but the actual causes of death were extreme wealth inequality, broken political norms, and privatized armies. The fall of the Roman Republic shows us that institutions and governments do not inherently protect themselves from decay. We see a specific recipe for collapse in Rome's history: extreme wealth inequality, normalized political violence, and systemic loyalty shifting to powerful individuals rather than the state. If a superpower as invincible as the Roman Republic can rot from the inside out due to these internal pressures, modern republics are equally vulnerable.